All right. Good morning, everyone. So I'm excited here. We're here live this morning. We had a few glitches, but we're going to get through it. And I'm here with Fernanda Glueck, and she is a home stager and also a designer too, right, Fernanda?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Ed. Thank you so much for having me on here on your podcast. I'm so excited to share all this with you.
Glad to have you here. So, so we have she has a PowerPoint, and because of our technical difficulties, we can't get it to play full screen. But this will be the same the same presentation. So take it away. Can you see it, Fernanda?
Yes, I can
Okay.
see it.
All right. So she's going to go over some of the benefits of using a home stager, and I'm sure she has some great information about that as well as before and after pics.
Yeah, of course. And I'm gonna be sharing with you some really useful information about staging, some of the benefits for your clients, some of your benefits for you as a realtor, and so much more. So yeah, so let's get started. This staging is actually a great tool to get more listings and more referrals. And you would say, why would I need staging in this competitive market? Well, this is actually the time that you really want staging, just because the competition is crazy, as we all know. So we want to stand out, right?
Right.
So let's get started. So again, here's some of the topics that we're going to be talking about today. As I mentioned, some of the benefits, the perception about staging, beautiful before and after photos, and some. A lot of you have asked, about what's the difference between the virtual staging and real staging. So we are going to be talking about a little bit more about that as well, and we're going to get into some of the price range, etc. So before we get started, I do want to talk a little bit about me. So I was born and raised in the center of Mexico, probably around 4 hours from Mexico City. I moved in the U.S. in 2015 after I graduated from college. Then fast forward to 2019, I became a realtor. I always love to. To do like design work, and I always had a passion for design, and I always wanted to start my own business. So yeah, so I started as a realtor, and actually on my first listing, it was when I realized that it was there was a big need for staging. So well, that's when I decided to become a certified stager to provide more value to my clients, as well as now provide more value to my realtors. So that the realtors in my office or in other offices I work with. So
Great.
yeah, I love helping new families and new realtors make their homes and listing beautiful and to sell for top dollar. Let me see here. So I want to talk a little bit about what staging and what staging does for the homes. So what we do at staging is we increase the perceived side. It's all about perception, right? So I'm going to show you some examples of how we do this, but I just want to go over these points with you. So we help state increase perceived size, increase perceived value, reducing the perceived negatives, highlighting perceived positives, enhancing perceived condition, and promoting perceived lifestyle. So here I want to show you some before and after photos of some of the work we have done here at South Jersey Homes and Staging. And this is how we increase perceived size. So if you see here in the left in this photo, you can see how this room looks a lot smaller because this actually was a master bedroom that the homeowners had as a kids room. So again, it was deceiving. If you see this online, you would see, oh, that's not a master bedroom, right? So
Right.
you would see here that they had it as a kid's bedroom, and it also was closing the window, so you couldn't see that there was a window right here because of the bulky
Right.
furniture, and it was all disorganized. So what we did to increase the perceived side, again, we're not changing anything about the room, right? So we're just decluttering and staging it as how the room should look like, as a master bedroom. Here, I actually could have put a bigger bed, but what we do in staging is we actually want to make the space look bigger. So that's why we decided to go with a queen bed here.
Right. Wow, that looks amazing.
So then here's another before and after photo. This is the way we raise the perceived value. So in this case, they had a dining room with like very cheap looking chairs here.
Okay.
So by just changing the chairs, adding a rug, and adding some like art in the wall, and some curtains here, and just dressing it up, it made a huge difference here.
Yeah,
So
sure did.
yeah, do you have any questions? So sorry, I think I'm going too fast.
No, this is great. No, you're not going too fast. You're going perfect.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, if you have any questions, just please feel free to stop me at any time. So reducing perceived negatives. How do we do that? Well, in this particular case, we had in the left, you can see the before picture, which is an older bathroom. It has an older vanity, it has an older countertop, it has an older tub. And what we did was, they didn't have the budget to do a whole renovation. So what we suggested was, first of all, I don't know if you can see here, but there's a wallpaper here. So what we do as staging too, we in our consultations, we go and tell the clients, what are the suggestions to make the space look more neutral, and to be able to appeal to more buyers. So the first suggestion was changing the wallpaper and taking out the wallpaper, and pick out a more neutral color paint, which in our staging consultations, we do that as well. So I recommended this great paint color, and then we just accessorize it. So
all the fixtures are still the same.
It's a tremendous difference too, because I'm sorry.
All the fixtures are still the same.
Yeah, all the fixtures the same. Like, they didn't really spend anything but the amount for staging.
Okay.
So you hear it actually, by adding more modern decor and just cleaning everything up, like, it looks a lot more, up to date, even though we're not changing any fixtures.
Right.
Yep. So here's another one. This is how to highlight the perceived positives. So in the left, you can see this is a vacant home, and this home has a great kitchen, great floors. Like, it looks awesome as it is. But what we want to do is highlight those positive things that the house has. So by adding, furniture and decor, we're able to highlight the beauty of the house.
Yep, that looks great.
Yep. So here we have some statistics, that homes that are staged prior to going on the market sell in 90% less time. So this is one of the statistics we have.
Which is, if I might add, that everybody's going to say, well, they're selling in 2 weeks now. Yeah, but that's not going to stay the same. This market's going to shift. I'm going to tell you.
Exactly. And
Yeah, I've been in the market for 32
the other
years.
thing, Ed, is, and
Yeah.
you made a really, really good point on that. Yeah, you make a great point. And also, if I can add this, the staging, what it does is actually going to help you raise the value of the property.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's not just about selling, right? So
Right.
homes are going to sell in this market, no questions asked. But
Yeah,
do you want to give that extra value to your clients and said, I'm not going to be a realtor that is just going to put a sign in your yard and just sell it. Like,
right.
you want to be a realtor that wants to add value, and that's going to separate you from the competition. So if you go with your seller and you said, I offer staging, I have somebody that helps you highlight the best aspects of your home and is able to get you more money for your house, I think your sellers will be happy to hear that.
That's right.
Yep. So enhanced perceived conditions. So this is another thing staging does. So sometimes when we go to consultations, like they tell us, oh, where are we gonna have our best return of our investment? And I would say 100% kitchen. Kitchen is one of the places that you're gonna get more return on investment. So here in this case, they had great cabinets, great space for a kitchen, but it looked old, right?
Right.
So by just spending, I think in this case, they spent only like $8,000, and for repainting, changing the countertops, and just adding some accessories, and it just made it look like it was a brand new kitchen. So this was a great one. They got a lot more money for their house, and I'm gonna show you later on some of the results that we have had, and how much money have they spent versus how much money they got for the house at the end.
Yeah.
So that you can see it. Here's another one of enhancing the perceived condition. Here we had, it was a bookshelf that was, blue in the middle, and then like yellow or like off-white color, that it wasn't doing any good for this space. And plus they had extra furniture that wasn't needed. So what we did was literally just paint it white and add some accessories to the bookshelf, and just add some the right furniture placement, and that has made a whole like a difference. So what it would have been like an eyesore in this case, when we had showings, because this was actually my listing, and the people were saying, oh my gosh, those bookshelves, like I absolutely love that room. So it became from something super negative to something that it made their decision to buy the home, or one of their reasons why they bought the home was because they loved that room.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me see. Lastly, the promoting perceived lifestyle. So here you can see the before picture. This is one that we did recently in Mount Laurel, and this house. I mean, if you see it like just vacant, you couldn't tell, it couldn't tell a story, right? A lot of people want to see this story, want to feel like they could live there. So if you enter to this house and see this empty room, you would even think that is a house that looks updated, and that needs outdated, and that needs a lot of work. And you would also, with vacant properties, you also look at every single detail. So if the house is not painted right, if the house has some chips in the fireplace, like you're gonna see at all those little details, instead of when, like, this is the after photo of the place. So here it tells a story. It tells that it's a sophisticated family, and looks a lot brighter. You don't look at all, like, this house might not be perfectly painted, but you're not even going to look at that. You're going to look at all the beautiful decor. In this case, the buyers that got this house, they actually asked us to keep all the furniture because they loved it so much. So yeah, I mean, in this case, they had 17 offers the same weekend it went on the market. So it really showed that, it's staging works. Here I even added, I don't know if you can see it here, but I added like a little doggy bed, and I adore dogs. So I was, I know that a lot of families love pets, so I decided to add a little doggy bed, and they're like, oh wow, like they have dogs, and you want to tell the story for them to fall in love with the house. That's the basics, of staging. So yeah, another statistic is that buyers linger in a stage home an average of 40 minutes. So do you know what's the average for vacant homes, like the time
No,
that
but
they spent on?
I would guess without it being staged, a vacant home, probably 20 minutes, maybe even 15.
Yeah, 10 to 15.
Yeah.
You're almost right. 10 to 15 minutes. So here they're spending an average of 30 to 40 minutes,
That's amazing.
which the more time they spend on the home, the more you have more, sorry, I you have more chances of, getting an offer.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're doing showings but you're not having offers, then that means that either your price is right but your house is not good, or maybe you're pricing it too high. I don't know, but this is one of the reasons why you're not getting offers. So if your house doesn't show right, then it's you're not gonna get as many offers as you could get if your house shows right. And if you're not having showings, then it means that either your price is too high or your online photos are not impressive. So again, remember, people are looking for the HGTV dream home.
Yeah.
That's what they are seeing in AGTV, in all the channels, in all, all your favorite shows,
Right.
So we gotta give that. Yeah.
They have a distorted sense of reality because of HGTV.
Exactly. But again, I mean, that's what they're looking for, and that's why they're willing to pay top dollar. Like, they're not willing to pay top dollar for something like this, right? Mm-hmm. They're not willing to pay top dollar for a house that is not telling anything, that's painted pink. They're not willing to pay top dollar for a house that looks outdated, even though the furniture is the reason why the house looks old. It's not even the house, it's that the furniture is making it look old. So here's the after of those same photos I just showed you.
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
Again, like, they are not paying top dollar for that, but they're paying top dollar for this.
Yep.
Again, HGTV dream home.
Yeah.
I can't, they are looking for that. And we all that are, realtors, we're seeing that, we're showing people homes and they're like, no, but it doesn't, it doesn't look that nice. And they're just looking at the furniture. They're not really, some people have really difficult time, seeing past the old furniture. They need to see the whole picture to be able
absolutely
to pull the trigger and make an offer. So now that people know that there's not a lot of inventory and that there's a lot of, multiple offers happening. So they really, really want to put the money and pay more money for a house that is done, Yeah. So here are some other statistics from the National Association of Realtors from 2019. It says that 83% of the buyer's agents said that staging a house made it easier for a buyer to visualize the property as a future home. So that's what, we were talking about earlier. And the buyers are willing to spend 1 to 5% more of dollar value on a stage home. So yeah, so what you want as a realtor is to reduce the days on the market and increase the sales average price.
Yeah.
Remember, people are, looking online. That's the new I buy,
Yeah.
That's what's happening. So this actually gets me to this other topic about virtual staging. So virtual staging, that's another service that we offer at South Jersey Homes and Staging. This is a more economic way to show your home best potential. So again, like if you see an empty home, it doesn't tell anything. It doesn't tell a story. It just feels cold. And when you are there, you're only going to spend about 10 to 15 minutes. So
Right.
Again, even though with virtual staging we're not putting the actual furniture and decor at the property, this gives the buyer a great idea of what type of furniture would fit in the space and how the space would look like in the place without spending higher fees for
Right.
staging. This is also a great solution for like realtors that want to add an extra value to their clients and that they want to say that they give or offer the virtual staging on the realtor package because it's a lot more affordable. And again, what this is going to do is going to get more showings because this is going to attract people
Right.
to see your homes. Here's another virtual staging that we do. So we also remove furniture virtually and we're able to put new furniture in the place. So we do it with vacant homes or with occupied homes. And again, this is crazy, right? The difference. You see in the left, like, one with a lot of bulky furniture, older furniture, and then the look that buyers of today's buyers are looking for.
Right.
All right, so here are some of the benefits of staging for your sellers and for you as realtors. So again, as we mentioned before, it increases the amount of showings, it reduces the day on the market, and most importantly, it sells for top dollar. And again, our goal with this whole thing is that sellers choose you as a realtors and the buyers choose your listings. That's our goal with staging.
Yep.
So don't reduce the price and increase the appeal with the luxury staging at a budget price. So a lot of people, that's another thing. A lot of people think, staging is out of my budget and, it's really, really expensive. And to make this house look like an HGTV home, it sounds super expensive. But when you see the return on investment, it's really not a big amount. So I'm going to tell you, a little bit about, the difference between the vacant staging, occupied staging, virtual staging, what does all of them offer, and also some of the price range. So, and again, if you have any questions, Ed, just let me know.
Okay.
So again, the three vacant staging, occupied staging, and virtual staging, the three of them, they're going to increase the showing request and the perceived value. So again, like this, the three of them would do that. For vacant staging, we do the rental furniture, rental decor and accessory, and we do it in person. We do an in-person consultation that is actually free for realtors. So the value for that is $250, and we do it complimentary for realtors. So when you take your listing, you can say, I have a stager that I work with, that she's gonna do a consultation, or you can even say, I pay for the consultation for you,
Right.
and
Yes,
then you're
that's
adding value to your clients and putting you ahead of the competition. And so yeah, and then for occupied staging, the difference, is that there's no rental furniture. So for occupied properties, what we do is we change furniture layout to make the space look bigger. And we also accessorize it. So we put, rugs, lamps, pillows. We put like accessories, like, in every room we put flowers, etc., to just make the space look inviting without having to change the whole space or paying, a lot more for it, because we understand that the family is still living in the house. So, and then for virtual staging, again, the virtual staging, the main benefit is that is going to increase the showing requests. And again, it's going to give a better idea of how the place could look like with furniture in it. And for that, we would do online staging. And
right.
for the price range, so for the prices really variate on the condition, the size, and the items that the home needs. So each home is different. So that's why we do the consultation, to give you a more accurate price. But here I can give you some price range for those that are wondering, like how much
Right. A ballpark.
would it cost. So for vacant properties, you're at around $1,500 to $3,000 for staging the main 5 rooms of the house, which is kitchen, dining room, family room, master bedroom, and all the bathrooms. So that's around the amount. I would say, a 2,000 square foot house is normally is like around $2,000. And then for an occupied staging, we charge between $100 to $300 per room. And the rental is actually for 2 weeks because, again, the people are living it at the place. So what we do is we stage the occupied homes like a few days before it goes on the market. So like 2 days before you take the photos. So we do the staging, and then it stays 2 weeks so that you can actually, get the showings and everything. Get the showings. And if you extra time, we are flexible with that as well. And then for the virtual staging is about $40 to $50 per photo. So it would be $40 for the bacon staging, and then $50 if we have to remove, the furniture and then put extra furniture. And we would have them ready in 24 hours. Any questions here at?
No, you're doing such a great job. I don't want to interrupt you, and but because my questions are being answered, because I wondered how virtual compares to real staging, and I could see the differences that when the client gets there to look at the house, the furniture's not there.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I would think that would make a huge difference.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's this virtual staging. I recommend it if the realtors are paying. If you want to add some value and don't pay for the vacant staging. Like, I would definitely recommend at least doing the virtual staging, so you're adding something to your client. Or I would also recommend virtual staging if the sellers don't have the budget to do either the vacant staging or occupied staging.
Yeah, it's still a benefit.
But I would definitely recommend 100%, vacant or occupied staging, just because, first impressions are everything. So when they come in the house, they want to feel that is a home that they could envision themselves living there.
Yeah, I could see it. Yep.
Okay. Yep. So here I'm gonna show you some results, and we're gonna talk about how much they spent on staging and how much they got for their houses. So here is a house that I did in Mount Laurel a few months ago, and this is the before, and here's the after. So again, we change the colors of the walls, and then do the vacant staging. So for this one, it was only 3 days on the market. The list price was $300, and the sales price was $350. We had, in this case, we had like 20 offers, and the investment was only $1,800. So they invested $1,800 on staging and got 50,000 more than what they asked for.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This is the results for an occupied staging in Browns Mills that we did recently as well. So that's the before, and then here is the after. Again, same furniture, we just accessorized it. This one had a smaller budget, so we try working with every budget. So here the list price was $245 days on the market, 5 days, and the sales price was $271, and the investment was only $600 for this occupied property. This one is one that we did for virtual staging in Mount Laurel. This one had multiple showings, and here is the after with, you can see the virtual staging here. It was 5 days on the market, list price $380, sales price $392. So as you can see here, and the investment was only $240. So of course, if you invest more, then the return is going to be more, right? But again, it's still not bad. I mean, $380 and then being able to get $392 for it. And this you would say, well, it was already a nice house, yes, but the virtual staging brought the people in to see the house.
Yeah, I agree. Your first showings online.
Again, they're looking online. So I'm sorry.
First showing is online. Yep.
Exactly. Yep. So I want to talk a little bit more about the free consultations. So the free staging consultations is like a listing incentive. So again, we talked about this earlier. If you go to a listing presentation and you say, I can give you I'll pay for a consultation, even though you're not paying for it. You can say, I pay for a free consultation, and that's automatically adding value to your client. And if they're deciding between you and another agent, and the other agent is not offering that, they're going to want to go with you. So, because they're going to want to have that added value. And remember, the reputations grows with your clients, and also with other agents. So you want to be known as the agent that always shows nice homes.
Yeah.
So here is what is included in the free staging consultation. We do a walkthrough to the house, and we talk to the client as we walk through and see, what are the things that they would like to change, or what they would like to get, and, recommendations from. and we tell them, okay, I suggest moving, this furniture, and we explain the whys. We explain why we're giving all those recommendations. We explain the staging process and the benefits that this is going to bring them. I actually, when we go for the consultations, we show them, some before and after pictures, and they absolutely love seeing that. And again, if you as a realtor are the one that's bringing that value, or bringing that stager in, whether it's me or somebody else you want to work with, you're sharing that value, and they're seeing that. And the consultation is also, we before we leave, we get an action plan, and we give you an estimated price, and the duration is between 45 minutes and an hour. So yeah, so the competition, as I mentioned, is here. So just you want to keep up with the competition, and you actually want to be ahead of the competition and bring value to your client. So, and here, the final slide, just, if you want to follow me on social media, on Instagram at Glueck Homes, and South Jersey Homes and Staging in Facebook. And I have so much more, content, and so much more before and after photos of my work. So if you want to take a look at it, you're welcome to.
Awesome. So yeah, so well, thanks so much. That was very informative, and yeah, I was pretty much watching your presentation the whole time. But, it was definitely interesting, and you had some good statistics in there, and before and after pics were amazing.
Thank you.
It seems like a minimal investment, and I think it's obviously a good idea. That's why I wanted to have you on. And so if you guys want to get a hold of Fernanda, she's down there at the bottom at fairglickhomes@gmail.com. And if you want to reach out to me, I'm at english.me. But no, it was great having you on. And I didn't feel like it would be right to interrupt you. So I didn't have a lot of conversation in the middle.
Yeah.
And then there were some internet glitches of just a little freezing up here and there. And I'm like, okay, there was like a delay between when I would answer you and you would come back. So I didn't want to mess it up, but
no, I appreciate you having me here in your podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ed, for the opportunity. And again, I wish you all the best. And if you need help with staging, or if I can help you in any other way, just feel free to contact me at any time. My phone number is 609-668-4778. So you can reach me by phone, by email, on my social media, and business.
Yep, that's great. So I'll share it with it'll be on Facebook, and we can post your information in the comments there too. So
perfect.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so
much.
much.
You have a great day, Fair.
Thank you. You too.